Hi, welcome back to That's the Whiskey, your favorite podcast starring me. Just kidding. My name's Jasmine Cruz. I am from Sonoma County, California. And today my special guest is
Diliet Cabron. BFF.
BFF.
Or L.
F-A-F. Get it? Like forever and ever and ever. Get it?
And ever.
Get it? So this is the first video podcast I've done in a minute. It's okay. Sorry. Phil just crashed into a wall and there's a huge hole in the wall. So it's fine though. Everything's fine, don't worry.
Okay.
The show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't done a video episode in a minute. I've had a lot going on. I did a little audio only episode just to kind of let people know, hey, I'm not going to be around for a minute. Or at least kind of explain. I mentioned briefly, Carolyn's going to be gone for a minute. She's probably coming back soon though. Something pretty major happened with her in her life, and she said I'm allowed to say that, so that's the two. But she'll talk about it maybe a little bit when she comes back, but for the most part I don't think we're gonna super address it just because it was such a big thing. And then in general I've just been going through a big transition period. Getting used to not working in coffee, which I've done most of my life. And that's been one of the only things I've ever been passionate about. Diliet knows because we've worked together in coffee.
Yeah.
How is working in coffee these days? Tell me I'm not missing much, please.
You're not. I'm not kidding. People are just fucking rude. Just rude.
Right?
People be nice. Seriously. I don't
Especially
get why.
coffee snobs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the other
tell.
day, some
Do
guy
tell.
ordered a macchiato.
Mm-hmm.
A macchiato.
Cafe macchiato or caramel
A cafe macchiato.
Okay, so a cafe macchiato is espresso with
a dollop of
foam.
Yeah.
Some people do
mark.
Yeah,
you can do 2 spoonfuls, but it's just a dollop. So that's what I did. Pete Standard.
Mm-hmm.
And he
That's
opened
Pete
it.
Standard, yeah.
Yes. And he opened it and he was like, thanks, Phil. He opened it and was like, oh. Literally said, oh, I thought I ordered a macchiato. And I was like, yeah, it's a macchiato. And he was like, well, there should be way more foam in there. And I was like, no, it's just espresso. And he was like, well, there should be more milk. And I was like, do you know what you ordered? Do you? It's just it's not major, but it's just giving sass.
I
and
feel
he's pretty
people
young.
like that though too. They I made it a point to start asking.
What is
I the last place I worked for was a specialty coffee company, so no caramel macchiatos, no frappuccinos, nothing like that. Pretty much just traditional. And I always made it a point to, when people said, oh, can I have a macchiato? I always made a point to be okay, do you mean Starbucks macchiato or a traditional macchiato? Yeah. Just because there's a lot of confusion. Yeah. It's two different things, guys. Two different things.
Yeah.
But then also don't be embarrassed about it because we're not going to be oh,
yeah, I'm just going to be
loser.
And most of the time I'm going to fix it if that's not what
we're going to have to
for.
Remake it anyway. Yeah. So it's be very specific and don't worry about it. I mean, I always feel bad when I have to order my drink because I'm yeah, can I get a large iced matcha latte with oat milk and 3 pumps of honey and no simple syrup and light ice and no foam. It's a light ice and no foam. So I usually leave that part out. But like, I don't know. If it's like you know how to make it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's fine. I don't know.
I've gotten such crazy orders where it's like, I want 5 pumps of chocolate and 5 pumps of caramel, and I want simple syrup.
Do you guys still get that lady that orders like 8 decaf shots of espresso in the morning? The one who goes to the gym and she's like fucking ripped. And she's like 90 years old. Well, she's not 90. She's probably like 60. But like, she's like...
Short hair, blonde.
Like, yeah, like spiky short hair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, she should come
what's
in.
her name? She still comes
I don't know.
in every now and then.
Don't say her name, though.
Oh. Right. She doesn't get that anymore, though.
Oh, really?
She gets like an almond milk latte and then like 2 shots on the side. She's tamed down. Good for her.
Well, my thing is like, okay, you're going to get like 8 decaf shots.
God, I was about to spill some tea. Never mind.
Oh.
I know.
I'll
save that for after.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Does
that have to do with her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't even notice Sean left.
He snuck out.
He's a freak.
I can see his head bobbing.
Oh my God. Literally a freak. Oh
right,
my God. He's such a freak. Jonah's here. My man's. He's supervising.
Yeah.
Diliet
He's our manager.
Diliet gets visitation with me, but it has to be supervised because if it's not, then we do shit. We do too
crazy
bad.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't really hung out much since like my life has drastically fallen apart. I was thinking about you like a few days ago, and I was thinking how weird is that like we went from like hanging out every day to like we barely see each other anymore, and we like live like 2 seconds away from each other. And then I was thinking, but why doesn't it feel like that? Like it doesn't feel like it happened suddenly. And I think it's because when it first happened was when I got my new job. When I started working for that coffee place. And then we like had a
because
discussion.
Before that,
we
weren't working.
Yeah, I wasn't working. We were hanging out all the time. Yeah.
Like,
and then I got this job where I was fucking managing all these people and like wasn't a corporation and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
But our
so
hours
like,
were kind of flipped too.
Yeah.
Like opposites. Like you were coming to hang out with me at work while I was at work. So we did that for a while.
Like I like opened and you closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then like that part I feel like was hard for us, like as not to be dramatic, but like I mean we are BFFs and we've been hanging out every day for like over a decade.
Like, yeah.
Since we were little. And so I feel like that I remember we like had a moment when that happened. We were like basically me and Diliet getting like a yearly argument. And like usually it's because like we both feel neglected in some way. And then we get mad.
I'm very emotional. I think that's where, like,
but then I always
emotional.
end up crying. I'm always the one who's like, so that happened, and then we like vowed to make more time for each other, and then
we did. I mean, that was like a year, and that was over a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I feel like we did. I think it was really fucking hard for me to figure out how to have a life and work there.
Yeah.
Like that was really hard for me because even on my days off, I was like still on call.
Yeah.
Like I could still like I was still
manager.
Yeah.
You know.
Sorry, I burped. Awkward. My bad.
Yeah.
Anywho, I don't know. I feel like we had that period of time, and then I feel like now since like everything's been like changing and going on like it, and then I started doing the training for my job. So I was working, I was opening at the other job and then doing my training every single day,
a few hours. So
yeah, and I did that for over a month.
Yeah,
and that just ended 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago.
3
weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. That ended. So then like I became like free again, and then I fucking obviously now I have a boyfriend, which fucking takes up a lot of damn time. But then something fucking big and traumatic happened, so then I didn't want to see anyone, and blah, blah, blah. And so basically, me and Diliet haven't really seen each other, like, at all. I mean, other than, like, me showing up at her work and stuff, but, like...
Yeah.
Your parents. And you've been going through stuff, too.
But, yeah. I've just been...
I mean, no, she's not.
No, I've just been...
No, everything's fine.
Fuck.
No,
Yeah,
I feel depressed. My therapist told me I'm depressed like a couple weeks
ago. It's coming back.
Or like last week. She was like, no, yeah, like you're depressed. And I was like, and I literally said, no, I'm not. Like, I don't feel, and she was like, no, yeah. You're like, I've never had that happen where I've been like denied it.
You're like, no.
So I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast yet. I feel like I have, but I got diagnosed with premenstrual dysphoria disorder, which I would love to do an episode on. But it's like basically like extreme, like severe PMS. And like not fucking like, oh my God, I just like cry a little bit. Like I'm talking like I fucking like, I'm like uncontrollable. Like I get so like upset about shit. And I just feel like a different person. Anxiety just gets way worse. Like, yeah. And so me and my therapist tracked it for like a year, and she was like, "Yeah, sorry." And I was like, "Okay," but so I'm, as of late, working on like balancing my hormones and like fucking figuring shit out. I've been really into like wellness shit lately, and like I feel like the whole world is, especially from like TikTok and Instagram. But I've just been really interested in that and like gut health. Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I also had that like relationship weight gain. In case anybody could tell. It's okay. It's fine.
It's okay.
But
it went
you know
all
what?
to your ass.
I'm so happy. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, guys. Part of my big fat
natural
juicy
BBL.
Ass. Yes. But yeah, so I mean, there's just been like a lot going on, and I feel bad because I definitely have neglected the podcast. So sorry. I'm very deeply. And you know, it's just fucking hard. And then the podcast studio got robbed. We got robbed, guys. We got fucking robbed.
Yeah.
Are these new mics?
He took the goddamn mics.
They took everything?
What the heck?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe he wanted to start his own podcast or something.
Fucking, oh my God. Like, how rude.
We gotta keep a lookout.
How rude. Oh my God.
Oh my God, who's that? What if that was like on when he came in here and he just looked and was like,
like, just that's the whiskey. That's a little funny.
Yeah. I can't believe we got robbed.
What's new with you? What's going on? What's going on, girly?
Just work. I'm just working, studying for the teas, just in case. I don't know. I feel like I've just devoted my time to work. Like, I literally go to work and I get off, and then everything's kind of blur.
Honestly, good for you.
I'm just trying to get past through the day.
That wasn't sad at all. No, it's fine. That wasn't sad.
I told you guys. Yeah, so that's...
Wait, I ended up getting my nails done.
Okay, slay. Pink, I love it. Pretty.
They're pink, guys. I don't know if you
I
can
did like a very
see.
pomegranate color. I don't know.
Light pink. You know, my hands would look really cute with like an engagement. I'm gonna start doing that to Jonah now.
TBD.
The other day, me and Jonah were going to dinner, and we were driving, and he was holding my hand. And he was like, "We're listening to this song that we both love." Sorry. Oh, and then I also got a raging flu, and I got pink eye, and
not funny,
and an ear infection. But I'm fine. It's fine. I was only so weak that my boyfriend had to help me out of the shower, but it's fine. No, I'm fine. No worries. Oh, and I got fired. Did I Did I mention that? Did I mention that I got fucking fired? Anyway.
Oh my God, a lot of time has passed.
I know, since I have recorded on video. It's fine, though. If you're looking at me and saying, dang, Jasmine, that's a lot. You know, you got fired and you recently got a raging flu and pink eye and a double ear infection and your boyfriend had to help you out of the shower because you were so weak. And then something really big and traumatic happened. If you're like wondering, saying that and like going, oh, like, don't, that's sad, Jasmine. Don't worry, because I'm fine. I didn't really get it. Anyway, yeah, I got fired. Yeah, basically I got fired because, well, I already quit. I gave them a month notice. I'm a store manager and
you were like, let me help
and this
you out.
was no Pete's or Starbucks. No. Let me tell you that when it comes to like organization, no, like definitely
procedure.
not. But like my boss was like, hey, and me and my boss were actually good friends. So I'm sad about that. But she's like, hey, like honestly, like we don't have like basically. They hired a new manager faster than they thought they were. And they're like, how would you feel about not finishing your 2 weeks? Because we can't really afford to pay you.
And
them at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get it, but no. Like, I told you guys specifically that I had to quit because I'm not making enough money. And
so you can't cut off my money.
And I already told my new job that I couldn't start until 2 weeks after this.
Yeah.
And like, I live alone, like I pay rent, like I need to, you know,
survive,
literally. And they were like, no, and then they fired me. And then they ended up giving me the money for those 2 weeks because I like CC'd my lawyer into the email and I was like, I'm literally gonna like
sue you bitches.
Without saying it. And then they responded and were like, well, after speaking to our company lawyer, the company lawyer that we know you bitches don't have. And like, he's like, after speaking to our company lawyer, you are overall a great employee and you are such a great asset to the team. You brought such a good energy, blah, blah, blah. But legally, I have a right to fire you because you didn't come to work on the day of the parade, blah, blah. I was sick. Literally, I was sick. Like, had the flu. And honestly, if I'm being real, that's my favorite fucking parade. And
when was that parade?
I love working that parade because it's fun. It's butter and eggs.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to know. And when you work downtown, like, you want to work. It's fun. Like, it's literally fun.
I worked it and like,
it's hard.
Hectic, but if you're good, you'll be fine.
And I'm like, you fucking dumb bitches. Like, it's not my first, like, I worked at the only other fucking coffee shop in that same area for years. Yeah. Like,
30 feet away.
You think I can't handle it? Like, fuck you. And anyway, and then he was like, and you didn't show up on time this day and this day and this day. And I literally like was like, okay, this is what happened. Like, I literally spoke to my supervisor and said, I don't need this much time to open.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need an hour some of them you were like, to count a drawer.
Product, so
yeah, maybe if you fix the fucking ice machine, I won't have to go grab ice every day. I don't know.
Yep.
But anyway, so I was like, you literally have no right to fire me. And I already have the messages of the other lady saying that you can't afford to pay me. So give me my money now. Or like, what else? No, just give me my fucking money. Like, it's fucked up. Yeah. Like, it's literally fucked up. Like,
knowing that you had to leave because you're
poor.
Not getting enough money.
Yeah, literally already knowing that I'm just like this little girl that's poor. And then just being like, no, me and my big company, we want this money.
Yeah.
I talked about this more on like the episode I did on audio only, but and I talked about this one boss that I hated, and I always wanted to talk shit about her, but like I couldn't because like she runs their social media, and she's just the type of bitch that will like stalk you and then like
Deep dive somehow.
Okay, she's just like a weirdo, like just a fucking weirdo. Let me give you an example. Like, she's like, oh, I saw this meme that totally made me think of you. Like, I'll send it to you. And I was like, okay, okay. So I'm thinking like,
it's funny.
And I already stalked her too. So like, I know what Instagram she has.
Yeah.
And like, she had this one Instagram that was like a boudoir account, like a fucking like a nude account, like, and literally the whole company has already found it. Like all my employees have already found it. They're like, oh my god, like, did you see like the fucking HR girl like has this fucking,
which is so ironic,
this account. And I'm like, yeah, like whatever, you know, I don't care. Like I was cool with her, and even though she fucked me over multiple times, but it's fine. And I check my Instagram DMs, and out of all of her accounts that she has access to, she sent me this like random meme, like totally random meme that like totally didn't fucking like
relate to you,
like didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, and then sent it to me from her like naked picture account. And I'm like, bitch, I know you're not that fucking dumb. And like, I'm like, so like, but she was just that type of girl.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, look at me, like what I'm doing. And I was just like, dude, fucking, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, I, like, that shit does not, like, appeal to me. Like, I don't, like, and no offense to anybody posting naked pictures. I've literally posted pictures in lingerie. Like, so no hate. That's not what it's about. But, like, when you're in a position of power or authority, and you're actively putting something out there and like trying to like go out of your way to make it known, like you're fucking weird.
Well, especially to your coworkers, and like they're supposed to come
like,
with you for.
And I'm not supposed to say anything about it. Like, oh my god, hey girl, just saw your nipples. Like,
who do you go tell? HR.
Yeah, HR. Oh yeah, let me go call HR. Oh
hey
yeah,
girl,
call HR. Hey girl, can I complain about you really quick because you're fucking making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No, literally. And then before that, me and her had beef because when I first started with the company, this fucking, my boss, I got hired as like an ASM, and my boss at the time was trying to fuck everyone. Literally was like, and just for legal purposes, everything I've said in this episode is a joke. And everything I'm saying now is a joke.
Allegedly.
And I don't mean any of it. But anyway, I started, right? And I was an assistant manager, and fucking the boss was trying to fuck everyone, including me. And then being like, oh my god, wait, but I'm trans, and like you're being hateful towards me. And I'm like, dude, like I just don't want to like fuck you. Like, sorry.
You're my boss.
Like, first of all, you're my boss,
yeah.
But like,
no.
Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like, God. But then they started like giving alcohol to like the underage employees and like this and that. And
basically everyone was
and just like harassing everyone, literally, and everybody's super uncomfortable. So I told my boss, I called HR, that same fucking naked girl, and I was like, hey, like this is what's going on. They freaked out on me today, this and that. What do? They launched an investigation on me the next day. And then she said that because her and my other boss, the fucker, she was like, well, we go out to lunch, you know, and like this just seems really unlikely, and like blah blah blah, like it just really doesn't seem like them. And we're not just launching an investigation on you, like we're also investigating them, blah blah, not knowing that all of my employees who are being harassed are like, hey dude, they called me yesterday, like they called me last night when I was off, like the HR girl called me, and like they're definitely like trying to like investigate you, like they're definitely not on our side, like
a month later? Like
one girl even quit.
Yeah.
Literally quit and said, I'm quitting because I feel like they're trying to turn me against you and get you fired. And I was like, okay, not very nice. So yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
And I tried to end on a really cool note. Like, I had, like, my employees were great. I had a lot of fun times.
Your notice was nice.
I was like, I was really nice. That job like pulled me out of a really hard time too. Like, I really needed that, and I loved the owner. Like, loved him. Like, loved him. But yeah, he was always sweet until literally that last time when he tried to fucking literally fire me.
Fuck you over.
Literally in the message. I wonder if I still have, I mean, I do still have it, but I wonder if I should read it or not. I mean, if it really, none of this had really happened. So if I fake write a message, but like, he's like, what did he say? Cause you read it. He said, you're an outstanding employee. Like, I'll give anybody like an outstanding recommendation, like for anywhere you want to work. And then said, but I'm firing you. And it's like, okay, like if any of that was true, if any of that was fucking, Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Oh. Sorry, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. No, I'm literally fine. Anyway, what? Okay. Anyway, not a fun time.
Yeah.
They really fucking pissed me off. And he was nice until that moment. And can I tell you something? That the lesson here, right? Because there's always a lesson. The lesson I learned from this was that I promise you, your employer does not fucking care about you. They, like, at the end of the day, they can do nice things and whatnot. But, like, I literally, like, I would tell people, like, no, my boss, like, really fucks with me. Like, my boss really cares about me. Like, he's such a good guy, like, this and this and that. But then that, literally all that taught me was that I was way too fucking nice, because I told him, like, way in advance. I said, hey, like, I'm like struggling to survive. Like, I can't fucking buy deodorant. Yeah. Like, I'm borrowing money from my parents. Like, I don't have money to survive with this job. And like, I'm literally working myself to death. And he was like, okay, like, if you can survive just for a couple months longer, like, I'll figure it out and like, you'll be good. Just like, stay put.
That's that couple months is when he was like, peace out.
Yeah. Like, no, and then I waited like 6 months because he just never said anything. And I was like, okay, like, they must be really struggling right now. Like, whatever. Because he even knew that we didn't get paid enough. Like, he would say it, like, but the company was struggling so bad that, like, I don't know. And so, yeah, it just taught me that, like, if somebody in that position can get one over on you, they fucking will. And yeah, that was fucked up. I regret trusting him. He's a dirtbag and slay. Just kidding. Yeah, that just wasn't nice. Honestly, that just like really wasn't.
Yeah.
Girl, queen, pussy, boss, slay. Like, wasn't that? You know?
Yeah, he was a bitch.
A bitch.
A bitch.
Anyway. What did you think of the situation?
I mean, it sucked. Like, it wasn't great. It just sucks because it's not like, you know, this giant, huge company that there's like rules and stuff that they have to follow. But it's like, which sucks in that aspect. Yeah. But it's like, again, like, he was just nice, and he always like,
he's so charismatic.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, you're just a fucking manipulator,
like,
dude.
Ted Bundy
like,
type of,
no,
you know,
literally,
like
you play corporate. It like you're this nice guy, but like you're really not.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least it doesn't feel that way. Like, no, oh my god! And then after everything happened, He said, please don't tell anyone about this.
Yeah.
After he gave me my money and said sorry, that he was deeply sorry, he said,
I'd appreciate
if you didn't tell anybody about this.
Oh, how you tried to fuck me over?
Like, what the hell? Like, Jesus Christ.
Because you know you're wrong.
And I think it's because he knows I have a podcast. He knows I'm connected with some of the other big coffee companies in the area. And third, because he's a bitch. Honestly.
Literally a bitch.
I feel like, and I think we've talked about this before, but like, what do you feel like just in general? Can you hear that?
Yeah. I couldn't. No, I can.
What do you feel like? I don't know. I guess it's kind of a weird question, but like, obviously, anybody who listens, anybody who knows me in real life knows that a lot of fucking weird shit happens in my life. I still feel like a generally lucky person, but like a lot of like major shit just kind of happens all at once. And coming from somebody who's been my best friend for
since
almost 11 years.
Yeah.
This year will be 11 years. Somebody who's been my bestie for almost 11 years. How do you feel like, what's it like navigating, like being best friends with somebody who has such a fucking chaotic life? Maybe you can give Jonah some advice because he's probably like, I don't know how to do it.
I think he's doing a good job.
He is doing a good job.
Yeah. I think, what's your sign, Jonah? Okay.
I love Virgos. What are you, Phil?
Virgo.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Oh my God. That so makes sense that Phil and Jenna are Virgos. Because you guys are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. Jonah majored in communications, and Phil, not 1 but 2 degrees. And Phil is a hell of a communicator. Let me tell you.
Nah.
He can. Yes, you can. You're a good communicator. But
I think, I don't know. I tried to give you like a sense of normal. Like,
if that isn't the saddest shit you've ever fucking heard in your life, you know? Like, no, but honestly, yeah.
You know,
my ring just broke. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means something. Remember, we used
where'd
to
you
talk
get that
about,
ring?
My mom gave it to me. I always wear it to have like my mother's protection.
I think it means she needs to get you a new one.
No, I think when it breaks, it means you don't need it anymore.
Yeah,
like,
remember that happened to mine?
Remember?
Like,
yeah, I smacked the window at your work to say bye, and it shattered.
I didn't even know rings could do that. I was like
hematite, right?
Yeah. I was so sad. But you were like, no, the job is done.
Weird.
Like, okay.
If anybody knows anything about this, please DM me. I'm very superstitious. Maybe, honestly, I always wear it on my ring finger, so maybe it broke because, like, I'm just going to have a new ring soon, so, like, I won't need to wear it there anymore. Just kidding, guys. Sorry. I'm just giving... I'm not kidding. Me and Jonah are going to get married, but I'm just teasing him right now because he's here. Surprise, I'm having a baby. Just kidding. JK. Just kidding.
JK.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think that was it. Because, I mean, I didn't,
Jonah experienced his first fight between me and my mom.
Mm.
And then last night, me, my mom, and my dad all got in a fight. Yeah. And every time it happens, Jonah's always just like, and whenever we leave though, I'm just like, yeah, Diliet would have been like popping off right now.
Yeah.
Because we were going to call you actually last night after it happened, just so I could be like, oh my God, girly. Because Jonah's so neutral. He's so like, but baby, think about everybody's sides.
Oh, no. That's not what you need after a fight.
But Diliet, my girl Diliet, she'll be like, I could literally shoot somebody and Diliet would be like, yeah, and they deserved it. Yeah. And sometimes that's just what you need, you know? Like, it's just kind of like,
yeah,
the vibe you need. Me being passive aggressive on the podcast. No, but I guess I've always just like kind of wondered that. But I feel like I've asked you that before. So maybe it's just a obsessive,
just like wanting to understand it even more and
question.
More, you know? No, I mean, for a while you were like coming over to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we like hung out at home, eating some all the time.
Which I feel like I need to start doing that again.
We should. I had some today.
Oh. No worries. I don't need
I'll make you wait.
I'm not poor.
But
I'm just kidding. Diliet's mom makes the best food. Actually, me and Jonah were talking about who we're inviting to our wedding, and I was just thinking, damn, I'm going to have the whole Cabron family at my wedding. That's pretty sick, huh?
You know what? I was thinking about my wedding, and I was thinking about, like, shit. I got a lot of people to invite just with Jasmine. Like, I was like, just with your family? I was like, no. And I was like, yeah.
Damn.
I was like, you guys are going to need a whole section.
Oh, my God. It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be pimpin'.
So fun.
But, really. But, yeah, you were always like, well... For a while, I was at your house for, like, I was like, let me get out of my house. Yeah, when you lived, like, 5 minutes away. Oh. No, when you were just 5 minutes away. Like, this is, like...
Here in town?
Mm-hmm.
When I was with my parents?
Yeah, when you lived with your parents. And then after that, you weren't with your parents. So you were always at my house.
Where did she go?
And then you got your place.
I lived in the neighbor's barn. It's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, and then when I lived in that room,
yeah,
I stayed with you a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like
I was there only a few times.
Yeah, I didn't really have people over there. Go figure.
And then you got your own place, and then we were there all the time.
I've started to write a book about my life, which seems stupid, but it's not. Let me tell you,
no,
because I'm not holding back.
Yeah,
like at all. Like I've told like every little fucked up detail. I'm going to tell. Because there's things that I can't talk about on the podcast until certain people in my family die. Or I need to just, like, address it. But, like...
give it some time.
You know, I there's a lot of power that comes with, like, having a platform to, like, talk on, right? Mm-hmm. And, like, God, like, oh, my God. Like, there's... Even down to, like... my fight with my parents last night. Like, oh, I wish I could tell you all what happened. But like, that's from my perspective. And at the same time, like, it's like, you know, when you're fighting with your spouse, you don't talk to your parents about it too much. Because then you're going to forgive your spouse, but then your parents aren't going to forgive them. And so I don't talk about some things because I might forgive these people, but like my listeners won't.
Yeah, like this one thing shouldn't define a person.
Yeah.
And change like, your view on them.
Totally.
Unless it's something fucking weird, you know?
Oh, yeah. You guys just wait. Once I'm out of the legal shit that I'm in, which might take a while. Once I'm out of it, though, you guys are going to be in for some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say I spent a few hours at the police station the other night, and it wasn't very nice. Not very cool. I didn't do anything bad, if you're wondering. I'm a star. I don't do bad things. But, yeah. I mean, I feel like, and it's good to have, like, even, like, reflecting on, like, my young teenage years and, like, my late teenage years, like, I don't know what I would have done without you in my life and, like, without your family and just, like, your house to go to and, like, you know, especially when I was living alone for the first time, like, I was at your house a lot. And I think it was because I missed having like a lot of people around and like missed having like a big family house.
Yeah. Like people coming in and out and just like
yeah,
that noise.
totally. You know? And I just liked being around you guys, and like you guys always made me feel welcome. But just like having you as somebody who was always really neutral, and you were never judgmental of like what was going on in my family. Like you never like, because it's one thing to have somebody to be like, ew, like your family's being fucked up or like a bitch or whatever, but like to have somebody be like, ew, like, oh my God, like I can't believe that they did, like, oh my God, that's like so not normal, like this and that. Like as somebody who's been through that, like you don't need the extra stress. Yeah. You know, you don't need the added shit.
You knew this isn't normal.
Yeah.
Like early on. Duh. So what is it going to do with someone else being like right there 24/7 and just giving you that commentary? Like, Jazz, this is like not cool. Like, you know? And even then, like, you know, I don't know.
I think I just snorted some kombucha. Some booch. Me and Jonah have been on a big kombucha hype.
Ooh.
Kombucha. Can I tell you, we're fucking... Obviously, I was a little anxious to record today. A little. Little bit.
Little bit.
And we were at the market down the street before coming here, and I was like, this is literally why I cannot drink, because like when I felt this way, I was like, dude, if I just had like a beer or like a fucking shot or two of whiskey, I'd be good. Like I'd just be like fucking ready to go. Yeah. Like, and that's why I'm sober, because that is how my brain operates. Like when life gets hard or I get upset, my brain is like, oh, you could just like take a shot of, you know, like
ease the pain,
you know, and it's so simple, you know, it's such an easy fix. And that's like why I can't drink, because people are always like, oh, like, you know, like you're like not like you weren't like a fucking alcoholic or like a drug addict. Sorry. And I'm just like, yeah, like I wasn't, but like I knew how my brain operated when I was drinking and stuff, and like it just wasn't the vibe.
Yeah.
I would have been on a wrong path. I was very careful, super careful. I mean, you remember when I drank.
Yeah, you were.
I was very strict with like how I drank. I never drank if I was feeling super happy that day.
Overdrink.
I never drank if I was feeling super upset that day. And
I feel like the only time we drank to just drink was
in Mexico.
We were kind of just like, oh, we have Mexico. So
that was so fun.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was so fun because I was drunk the whole time.
Same.
But like, pina colada. Well, oh, and that's another thing that I learned in Mexico is that I can't have. I'm allergic to fucking pina coladas because the citrus. I don't know though, because like I feel like citrus doesn't always bother me. Like this is a citrus drink, but it doesn't like. But like, what is that? Pineapple in it?
I think so.
Pineapple. It like made like my mouth and my throat.
I think a
lot,
but a lot of people. Pineapple is very.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are sensitive to it.
People.
But yeah, that's why I can't. Yeah, I know everybody asked, but yeah, that's why I can't drink.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
She ain't hitting the bars.
No. No can do. But I feel like we always remained really good friends, even though I didn't drink.
Yeah.
Like, still.
I mean, I feel like someone will agree to disagree. But I feel like I didn't drink as much.
Yeah,
but I don't know because
I don't think you. Well, no.
You know what it is I was always out, but I never went too hard. Like I drank, but it was never like, oh, I want to black out. I'm gonna drink till like no.
See, that like absolutely terrifies me.
Yeah, and the only
time I think I've ever been blackout drunk was, well, okay, maybe a couple times, but always at the lake. Always at the lake. And I had my uncles and cousins with me and like my grandma, so I always felt like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But like I think the only way I could let myself drink like that would be around like family or something. Like I literally have no idea how people go to the bars and get blackout drunk. I'm just like,
me neither.
Girl, you are gonna end up in a fucking dumpster. Dead. DEAD.
Like, I think
dead.
Yeah, there's.
Well,
only
I
been
just think if I was a predator, like I would go to the fucking bars.
It's easy
I would
target.
just find the fucking nearest fucking drunk bitch and fucking be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Bye.
I just hate not having that much control. Like the minute I notice like my eyes are starting to get crossed, I can hear myself talking very like slurred. I'm like, ew, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I don't want to be like that. I'm like, let me shut up.
Let me stand real straight. My mouth.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'm having a great day. Just take me home. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how I felt about like smoking weed. Like I remember like towards the end of my hotivities, my weed-tivities, every time I would get high, I would have this thought, and I would go, "What's the point of smoking weed?" Like I would be high, and I'd be like, "What is the point of this?" Like I just feel like immobilized. You know, like yeah, like part of it felt good, but like for the most part, I was just like, "Wow, like what is the point of this?"
Yeah.
Which I felt like contributed to, you know, the quitting and stuff, but.
Sober life.
Can I tell you something? I was watching the last episode, and I wonder if Phil notices this, but I was watching the last video episode of me and Carolyn, and I was like, dude, I don't even have to tell the world that I have ADD because look at me moving the whole time in my chair. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, I was watching it and I was like, do I ever stop? Like, do I ever just like, and I couldn't do that. I can't.
So you're a wiggler.
I'm a wiggler.
She's a wiggler.
And can I tell you now that I work with children now, for those wondering, autistic children. And can I say that the more I learn about autism and the more I observe it, the more I'm like, am I autistic?
I think we're all autistic.
Dude, I literally, like, fucking, they're like, oh yeah, like, give him, like, compression. Like, sometimes if they get overstimulated, like, if you give them compressions on their arms and, like, squeeze them a little bit, it helps regulate their system. And it made me look back to my childhood where, like, when I would get upset, I would like ask like people to like squeeze my wrists, or like even now, like I'll ask Jonah, like, okay, we'll be like in a store and I'll be like, and I'll be like, can you squeeze my wrists? Like just squeeze them really hard. And I'm like,
you just diagnosed yourself. Well,
you're done. You're done. Anyway. I like your earrings.
Thank you.
Look at you're so adorable. Look how stylish Diliet is, and I'm just like hearing my fucking my Harley Davidson. When in doubt, go Harley. I love Harley Davidson. I think, from what I know, I think I might not know everything. See, it's like you can't even say you like a brand because it's fucking like. Oh my God, I love this brand. And then it's like,
you can just say, I like them today. I don't know if I will tomorrow.
Right? Yeah. Like, Jesus. It's
hard out here.
It is. I mean, if everybody would just stop being racist, homophobic, fucking anti-Semitic, bitches.
All of that, yeah.
And more, then I'd be fine. I could say I liked any brand I wanted. But I can't. Okay, wait. Will you please tell me about the submarine thing?
Oh my God. Okay.
Please.
From like what I understand, these 5 people went in a submarine that's the size, like from the pictures I think they said it's the size of a minivan. So it's very tight, which I literally would like die in there.
Aren't they millionaires?
Yeah, well, so
Boku. Yeah, they're loaded.
Yeah,
I think.
So a seat costs $250,000, like a ticket on there. One of the people in there is like the owner or like the CEO of the company that like made the submarine. But from what I've heard, the submarine was like still in its like not testing phase, but like not it wasn't ready. Didn't it? Yeah. And they lost signal like I guess an hour or like 2 hours in, an hour and like 40 minutes in. Which I don't even know if they didn't get all the way down.
They could.
Yeah.
It's a Titanic thing, right?
Yeah. So the Titanic is like 12,000 feet below sea level. And then from what I've read,
I'm gonna look stuff up.
In 2019, so they've had like robots go down there. There's maybe been a few people who've gone down there, but never like a group of people. And also because like there's a like metal eating bacteria where the Titanic is like down there. So you can't just like walk around or like swim like in whatever chambers that are like open because it got like smashed, like it pancaked when it went down. So it's like, it was huge and now it's like a quarter of that size. So really when you're looking at it, you're just looking at everything kind of mushed together. And some parts you can see and you're like, oh, that was a boat. That was like a giant boat. Mm-hmm. But nothing to where you're like, oh, like, let me go see if I can go in there. Like, whatever, like, what you picture of, like, the movie, it's not there, you know? So these people, like, what people are suspecting happened is either one, they imploded from the inside. Yeah. Just, you know. Two, they lost power. So they lost signal. So, and they sank. And I think there was another option of what happened. They could have floated up and lost power. But if they floated up, there is no way to exit from the inside. They were supposed to come up and they would have been tracked as they come up. So then people could get them out. So even if they're up there and they can see the sky and they're like
So how many people are in it?
5. And the youngest one is like a 19-year-old with his dad.
Yeah.
Which
that
is really
is
sad.
So fucking sad, dude.
Yeah. And the second reason, like if that were to happen where they sank, people are super pissed off because that means that they sank on top of the Titanic and it's already so fragile. And people are like, it's literally a graveyard. Like, why are you paying money to go? I mean, you can't see remains anymore. Like, it's all gone. Like, it's been too long. But, like, what you see now is, like, shoes everywhere. So people are pissed because they're like, well, if you just paid all this money and then you just destroyed it, basically, people are like, just leave it alone, you know? So.
Okay.
And they're losing oxygen. So it's kind of like a race. But
so this is what we know about the Missing Titanic Exploring Submersible by Jesse Young on CNN. This is posted today, Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. A submersible carrying 5 people to see the remains of the Titanic at the bottom of the North Atlantic Ocean is still missing despite a massive search operation by U.S. and Canadian authorities, leaving the people on board with only enough oxygen for 3 to 4 days.
I think they left on the 16th, so today's day 4.
It was part of an 8-day journey.
I did not know that. They're going to be down there for 8 days?
How is it an 8-day journey, but there's only 3 to 4 days?
Well, I guess because where they docked from, it's on the East Coast.
They're going to go back up.
By the time they get to where the Titanic is like at sea level, and then they start going down.
Oh, okay.
So I guess if that took like 2 days to get there and 2 days back.
Okay, so they traveled about 900 miles just to get to the site. Off Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I didn't even know that was over
Me
there.
neither.
I don't even know much about the Titanic. I heard they were going to try to make another one, but like I don't really know much about it.
Movie or
that was like the
actual
fastest
boat?
I think I've ever talked. I'm like, oh, like, but usually I talk so slow. I still get DMs all the time. People are like, "You talk so relaxing." But you have the most relaxing voice ever.
Put me to sleep.
But then when I hear my own voice, it sounds like really annoying.
Well,
like,
I think
I'm like,
everyone thinks.
I'm like, yeah, so then this happened, and then like my life got fucked up in this way, and like this happened, and oh yeah, my boyfriend Jonah is the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh my god, Diliet, you're my BFF. Oh my god, Carolyn, I love you. You're like my lesbian lover. Oh, that's like what I sound like. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Anyway, so it lost contact with the Polar Prince, the support ship that transported the vessel to the site, an hour and 45 minutes into its descent. Okay, so that's pretty fast. Search operations began later that day. Okay, that's good. It's still not clear what happened or why it lost contact. Okay, who's on board?
It's a bunch of just like rich people.
Yeah, it sounds like
it's like CEOs, businessmen.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else. Hardingham posted on social media Saturday saying that diver Paul Henry was scheduled to be on Sunday's dive with him. Okay, so this is just okay. How much time do they have? Okay, estimated on Monday afternoon, so yesterday, that there's somewhere between 70 to the full 96 hours of oxygen, potentially giving rescuers until Friday.
But that changes too, though. This is morbid, but if one of them is dead, because
they don't need to breathe the oxygen.
Yeah, it's more oxygen for other people.
Damn, this is fucked up.
But that means that something happened inside. Like the only other way they could die besides oxygen is literally
food,
imploding.
Though?
Yeah,
and water, because you could survive without food for a minute, right? But you just need water for longer. Okay.
That is so scary. Like
on
being
Tuesday,
in the dark.
Today at 1 p.m., ET News conference, U.S. Coast Guard officials said that it has about 40 hours of oxygen left. I feel like they're going to find them. I hope so. I think they will. I don't know, though, because the ocean's a big place. That means that they floated up. Do you think so?
And a lot of people are saying where the Titanic is, it's very infested with, like, what are they? Whales?
Sharks?
No.
Whales?
There's certain type of whales. So it's like they're very much, like they could have been hit.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
You know.
Well, the killer whales have been a little uppity this year, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
do you guys know about that?
Some people were saying it's the Megalodon.
Right. I thought that was in here, right? Or is it Spain. On the East Coast?
Killer whales sinking boats.
God.
That's terrifying.
Damn. According to CNN meteorologists, the area is seeing choppy seas up to 6 feet high in foggy conditions. While not unusual for this region, this could cause delays for search parties. Dude, this is fucked up.
Not to state the obvious, but it was enough to sink the Titanic.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil, actually, because honestly, I needed that. No, and I'm dead serious.
Let's bring it home.
See, yeah. Come on, Phil. No, literally. Phil's here with the logic. I'm just like, oh my God, this is horrible. This is fucked up, though, especially because you imagine, like, whoever that kid is, you know, with your dad, and then, like, the dad's got to feel like shit. Like, you have your own, like, that. I mean, we're not parents. One is like, Phil's a parent. Happy Father's Day to Phil.
Happy Father's Day.
But, like, I just can't imagine as a parent, like, being like, damn, I really did that. Let's see. Okay, so it's a submersible, which is not the same thing as a submarine, right?
Basically.
It's called Titan, and it's 23,000 pounds, made of carbon fiber and titanium. Let's see. I just like don't. I don't know. I feel optimistic. Not to.
Yeah, hopefully.
And and totally not to disrespect the situation at all, because like this is fucked up, and I'm sure their families are like that's so sad, and like I will be praying for them tonight. But like I I do feel like optimistic. Like I don't know.
Some people are saying that it's very likely that they could have floated up and they just lost power. Like there is no, but the problem is they'll lose oxygen. So that's why, like, it's just like people are.
But
just
if they
like,
floated up, wouldn't like an airplane be able to see them or no?
well, like because of the fog and just like,
Yeah.
and it's like from a plane, it's like a tiny blip. Like it's the size of a car.
So it had already gone down to the Titan a year ago. Or the Titan had already gone down to the Titanic a year ago.
Without people?
Yeah, on the invitation of Ocean Gate, the CBS correspondent David Pogue, Pogue, he said he went down. He was invited by Ocean Gate, who's like hosting it all. He said the hatch was sealed from the outside with 17 bolts. So there was no other way out. So they can't get out at all. They're fucking shoved in there. That's fucked up. So with no GPS underwater, the submersible is only guided by text messages from the surface ship. Shut the fuck up. Wait, so they have no idea where they're going. They don't know what way's up. They don't know what way's... Well, I guess there's gravity, right?
It's pitch black.
Well, but it's water.
Once you get to a certain point of level down there, you don't see anything.
Dude.
Like, besides, like, if you have light, like, a few feet in front of you.
Okay, I got to jump in again.
Yeah, please say something. No, literally.
No, but that's some first world problems. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that never happens to, like... My folk are never like, oh, you know, we're going to go to the moon and see what happens. Like, that's some rich people problems. Like, I'm going to take a tourist trip to the...
Well, and someone made a point and said, like, we've been to the moon more times than we've been
down to the
Titanic.
Yeah, aren't you not supposed to, like, go down up in the ocean?
Well, it's just so far down that it's it's so hard. Like, you need the right technology.
The pilot uses a video game controller to steer the sub.
Yeah.
Isn't it like an Xbox controller?
Yeah, or like a PlayStation.
Well, which is it?
I think it's Xbox. I'm pretty
When I saw a photo of it, it was great.
It looked like an Xbox controller.
Might be, yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Xbox.
But it's just like, yeah.
Titan.
I mean,
wait a minute. Now I have to jump in again. Now you guys got me going. An Xbox.
Okay, what is this?
What is the cost of the sub?
What is this?
I mean, a seat is $250,000.
Right, so the sub has got to be a few $1,000,000.
Yeah.
And they're steering it with an Xbox controller?
Wait, is that PlayStation?
Does it have an X on it?
That's PlayStation. That's old PlayStation. I mean, right? That's
is that a
old...
DualShock?
Is that what
I don't even know what that is. That's some janky...
That's like old PlayStation.
Janky shit.
That's some janky knockoff controller.
But...
Dude.
But so I saw a TikTok where someone was reading the contracts that they have to sign. And it says, like, you know, you could die. You can be imploded. You could be lost at sea. Like, it says, like, you read one part.
That is so sad.
Which I wonder, that would scare me. Be like, no, thank you.
I really hope they survive. And then when they do, I'm sure they'll do interviews, but I hope somebody does. And I feel like this is so stupid and everybody's gonna be like, oh, Jasmine, shut the hell up. But like, I hope somebody asks, just for the sake of like curiosity, like if any of them went down there and had like a gut-wrenching feeling like I should not be doing this. I always wonder that when something bad happens, because usually what I've noticed is like a lot of the people that I know that like something really bad has happened to them. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. My dad lost his finger as a kid in Mexico in a woodshop class. And it was like really traumatic for him. And he was a fucking kid. And like we joke about it now and stuff, but like I can tell that it really like fucks with him. And he said that he's only ever spoken to me about it one time. And my dad's like almost 50. Like he doesn't speak about it. And he said that day that he went to school, he had the worst feeling ever. And he kept asking to go home. And their teacher didn't show up to class that day. And he started going home. And then the teacher showed up and they called everybody back to school.
Oh, damn.
And he said that he felt so like unnerved and unsettled and like, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, so weird that day, and then that happened. But I always wonder that, like,
if they had a feeling like that going down,
like if they were like I just like I don't know, like something beyond like anxiety. Like I've literally like had moments where like I didn't go somewhere because, or like I didn't go on trips. I didn't go like to do big things literally because I had like this horrible, like gut wrenching, like feeling like I shouldn't go. But like but then like, how do you tell, you know, that or anxiety? I don't know. But anyway,
I don't know. I feel like if I was going down, I'd feel like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done this. Only because I'm like, we don't know a lot. And like, we haven't dealt with, I don't know, down there
well,
much.
Okay, me again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, what the fuck are you doing down there in the first place?
That's how social media is reacting. A lot of people actually, I mean, it sucks because people, like, you want them to be found, but a lot of
I
people
totally want them to be found.
But a lot of people are very,
millionaires.
like, insensitive and being like, well, you know.
No, not insensitive, but it's like...
No. Yeah.
I hope everybody's okay and that everything works out, but it feels like a little bit of fuck around and find out kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. People are kind of like, why are you messing with something that's
Well, my question is like, are they like educated? Are like they like...
I think a few of them are. Like 2 of them. Because one's just a businessman.
Like, why would they bring the kid? I mean, I guess he's 19, but like...
Because it's for tourists.
Son.
That's the thing. It's
right?
like a group. Yeah, it's
they don't seem like they're all from like...
No, they're all like different.
Place.
They're all different people.
I think it's a flex, to be honest.
Probably, right? Like, oh, I went on my submarine.
Yeah.
But
went down
I feel
to the Titanic.
So sad.
One of 12 people to ever see the Titanic.
And I mean, I kind of agree. I'm like, it's literally a graveyard. Like, there's bad juju there, you know?
Right.
Like,
dude,
I don't know the exact number, but like thousands of people died.
Fucking Jack.
Jack's
probably like, you want to fuck around and find out?
Well,
you want to come blame it?
Go build some houses for poor people or something.
Right.
That's like...
So the U.S. Navy's nuclear-powered submarines usually operate at 800 feet or less, meaning they can't dive down to the ocean floor where water pressure on the submarine hull could make it implode. The Navy does have specialized rescue submersibles, but even those can only make rescues at depths of 2,000 feet, according to the Navy's Underwater Rescue Command. So if they go past that point, if they go past
from inside, implodes.
2,000,
that
they're gonna explode.
That.
Yeah, but like because
the Titan,
though is
the Titanic is 12,000 feet down.
Oh,
it's far.
So like, but
it can handle going.
Wait, so how did that? Whoa! So how does the Titan? How is the Titan able to go that deep, but our own fucking U.S. military
because
can't?
They're like nobody really goes down to the Titanic
because
there's
it's
nothing
stupid to
there.
go that deep.
Yeah, like those waters.
It's like being in space.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's not normal. If someone's like down there, like a normal submarine.
Diliet's like speaking my language. She's like, this not normal. This normal.
Like, you know, most submarines, let's say if they went 1,000 feet, that certain like U.S. submarine could go down there and save them. But like most people aren't that far down every day, you know? I feel like it's just not common.
It's like a Mount Everest thing, you know? Yeah.
I'm confused as to... Okay, so let's look at this. This is... No, we don't promote Fox News on this podcast. They can suck my fucking dick. I
think it's just all crazy. Okay.
Just the New York Times. I don't know if they're any better, but I don't know. I just know I don't like Fox. That's all I know. Okay, so this is a live updates from
the New York Times. Down there looking for a cure for cancer, maybe?
Probably.
Seaweed?
I think they were looking for aliens.
Dude, the others include a French explorer, a businessman, and his 19-year-old son. So this article's called "Missing Submersible Industry Leaders Had Significant Concerns About Titanic Tourist Sub." Oh gosh. Leaders in the submersible craft industry had warned for years of possible catastrophic problems with the craft's design and worried that the Titan had not followed standard certification procedures.
Actually, I'm going to jump in.
Go ahead.
A guy complained about the director of that program complained about the sub in 2018, and he was fired.
Damn.
Yikes.
Jesus. Okay, so again, this other claim that as of 1 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesday, so today, so here that's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the craft probably had about 40 hours of breathable
No,
air.
they're ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
So 1 p.m. here is what, 11?
No, it's the same amount of hours. It's just...
Yeah, I know. It is.
It's the same amount of hours. It's just the time's different.
Yeah.
So Captain Jamie Frederick of the U.S. Coast Guard. I wish we could insert a picture of this guy so we could show what we're talking about, but I
saw an interview. It might be
I wish we
about
could do
him.
little animated,
Is there a picture
like
of
a
him?
little animated person on the table, like when we're talking about them, like, but very small.
Like this is him.
Here's what to know. So Stockton Rush, the chief executive of Ocean Gate Expeditions, was piloting the submersible. So this Stockton Rush guy, is that the guy that got complained about, Phil?
No, that guy got fired.
Ew.
This must be a really good Xbox guy.
God.
Oh my God, don't laugh at that. That's terrible.
Oh my God.
You're
Stop.
a bad person.
I know. Stop. Okay. The other 4 occupants are...
It's like left, right,
Hamish,
up, down, left, right.
No, right? Hamish Harding, a British businessman and explorer. The British Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his son Sulman. And Paul Henry Narguillat, a French maritime expert who has been on over 35 dives to the Titanic wreck site. Oh, okay. Well, at least what's his nuts has done it. So they go for a price of up to $250,000 as part of a booming high-risk travel industry. Like, oh yeah,
travel
like,
industry.
It's a travel industry. Like,
yeah,
we're fucking we're submarining to fucking Paris this weekend. Like, what the fuck?
You can't.
You can't. There's no ocean between us and Europe.
Oh, you mean like that's how you travel to Paris? Oh,
like
that would take a long time.
Like, what the fuck? That's so weird.
I think it's more like people wanting to go far deep down.
I think Phil's right. I think it's a flex.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like that would not be a flex to me.
You can't even.
Maybe
really
I'm
see
too poor.
Much. That's the thing.
Because I'm just like, no, I'm like scared. Like, okay, so,
it's kind of shaped. Have you seen a picture? It's kind of shaped like a blip, whereas the front of the blip is a window. So everyone's sitting like, you picture a blip.
Oh my God, that literally
so you
horrifies
can see like it's
me.
a giant circle, and you're looking out, and obviously there's probably giant flashlights and whatnot. So whatever you're pointing at, you can see. But everyone's inside, like laying down, kind of, and just hanging out. Like it's
that
tiny.
is horrifying.
It's smaller than.
Could you
room.
imagine being in that, and then it's like, boom, a giant whale's like. Like that would freak me out. I'd be so scared, like a fucking octopus. It's literally lumping you.
The tops of the window.
Yeah. Sorry, not funny, but like you gotta think about these things.
Yeah,
I mean, okay. Let's see. Okay, in 2018, more than 36 people, including oceanographers, submersible company executives and deep sea explorers warned that they had unanimous concern about the craft's design and worried that the Titan had not followed standard certification. In a 2019 blog post, the company said that bringing an outside entity up to speed on every innovation before it is put into real-world testing is okay.
I think it's all about money. Like, it's a new industry and you want to be the first to do it, or like to something big. I mean, because they've...
So basically, so essentially people are saying that they're like cutting corners. So this is a new article by William J. Frost, some experts for an innovative submersible maker was cutting corners.
Like it wasn't up to standard.
But I still don't understand. Okay, well, no, I do. I understand it. But like, why? I don't know. I feel like I'm just going in fucking circles. But like, I still can't get past the fact that like, how do you go down there knowing that like even the fucking U.S. military is like, I ain't going down there?
Like, how do you go down there signing a contract that's saying like,
you could implode? But I mean, I guess we all do. Like,
you know, like if you jump off, you go on a plane and whatnot. But this is more high risk, you know?
Ooh. Like, Alfred S. McLaren, a retired Navy submariner and president of the Explorers Club of New York City, agreed. I've had 3 people ask me about making a dive on it, he said in reference to the lost submersible. And I said, don't do it. I wouldn't do it in a million years. So like this, so it seems like the experts had been kind of saying like this, like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
It's not something that should be done like often. Like it can't be something that's...
Okay. So it's normalized. 22 feet long.
No reason to be down there.
Yeah.
Let those people
like
run.
All you're just seeing is what people like. If you look up photos
like
of the Titanic, it's...
Did they ever get any of the bodies back from the Titanic? No. Not that it's any of my business, but
because there, I mean, for a while
not
there
that
wasn't
any of this is any of my business, but like
for a while there wasn't, like, they didn't build submarines to go down there, you know. And then by the time they got there, bones decay, like everything decays. But
yeah, because the ocean too. Yeah, don't you dissolve within like 30 days?
So I don't know.
Gosh.
But it's like if you look at pictures and stuff, it's all just, you can tell their structure, but that's it. Like you can see, what do they call it? Like the front of the boat, but
like the head of it.
Yeah, the head of it. You can kind of see, okay, yeah, that's the head, but that it's covered in a bunch of stuff. So, and the rest of it's gone. Like it's just painted.
Why did the first like search that came up was, is there a toilet on the Titans? We actually have so the OceanGate CEO, according to NBC News, said we actually have a bathroom that is bigger than most private jets. Okay, so they are flexing. Like this was a flex. Okay.
I mean, they definitely put a lot of money into it, so.
Jesus.
But yeah. So that's been like my whole For You page this past few.
So it's 22 feet of carbon fiber and titanium craft. And it's set to travel 13,000 feet down to the shipwreck site on the ocean floor of Newfoundland. So we like name ocean floors now? Is that what it is? Like they're like
there's names for ocean levels.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I guess that's what you got to do. But okay, does it have a window? There's one round window at the end, about 21 inches across.
21 inches? That's not even big. That's literally like 2 feet and an inch, right? 12 feet? Yeah, 12 inches. Yeah. It's literally... It's
only this big, guys. Just a little 21 inches. Don't feel self-conscious, anyone, but that's like really small.
I don't know. It's just kind of like, if you were to go to the Bermuda, is that still bad? Like going to the Bermuda Triangle? I feel like
I don't think you're supposed to. Isn't that where Amelia Earhart got lost?
I think so.
Right?
I don't know. Some people said she made it to Japan. I don't know. She made it to like Asia, possibly.
They never found her, right?
Mm-mm.
Don't you think she's just like in the ocean?
Well, I think it's how long has it been?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably been a long time.
But it's like going there.
But I'm still curious. Dude, so it's like a tube-like interior. Like, this scares me. Yeah. As much room as a minivan. Okay, that's what it looks like.
My claustrophobia would be so
that's
bad.
What it looks like.
Yeah.
This is...
You have literally...
Washington Post. Can I show this on something? Like, that's too small. It looks like a butthole. Like, it looks like you're in a rectum. No, I'm serious. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
So 8 days at sea and a 2.4 mile descent.
Yeah.
This could be the deepest search and rescue mission ever attempted. It's open to passengers 17 and older. You don't even have to be an adult. What the fuck? It weighs 23,000 pounds and you could go down there and die, but it's fine. And do you have to go with your parent?
No, I don't think so.
Or do they just have to like sign you off? Like,
oh, well. No, I guess they could. I don't know.
So, okay. Thank you, Washington Post, for speaking my language. Because, okay, so they're going down 2.4 miles.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Because this, like, 12,500 feet isn't speaking to me. What do I have to look like? Fucking Bob the Builder? Like, no, like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so they're going 2.4 miles down.
But it's just like, when you think about it, it's like...
So it takes 2 hours to get there. But it feels like the blink of an eye. So
they were right about...
They were about... Because if they lost contact an hour and 45 minutes in, that means that they were almost there. And they went missing yesterday?
No. It's been like 3 days or something. Oh. Yeah. I think so.
God, dude.
Or it's been like 2 days?
Do you know, Phil? Okay, so this one says it's 17 bolts, but I think the other guy said it was 7 bolts.
But yeah, insane.
Yeah, an Xbox game controller. It's Xbox. Good to know. Good to know, guys.
What?
Would you do it?
Hell no.
Would you? Okay, without knowing that this happened, though.
No.
Would you ever in the future, if it became like a normalized
I would rather
thing?
go to space in a heartbeat. Like, if you told me I could go anywhere in space, yeah, sign me up. But I would never...
To the deep, cold dark where you can't even see
you can't
21-inch window.
Like, you're literally,
so
even when you're
spooky.
in there with them, because what? If they've lost signal, likely because they lost power.
Do their lights were, so they,
So if they had phones, I guess that's how they can use flash.
But you can't fucking, I thought you meant for like cell service. No. So I was like, girl, you ain't gonna get cell service. That's Titanic.
You could do that. But I mean, if you didn't have that, then you literally are sitting in the dark.
19-year-olds probably TikToking and shit. Just kidding. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is so fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm literally sorry. I feel so bad.
Yeah, no. I would never.
That's so scary.
It would give me anxiety.
Dude.
I'm slightly claustrophobic too, so I don't. It's too close.
Okay, so it's equipped with a 96-hour supply when it sets sail, according to David Concannon, an advisor to OceanGate.
Concannon.
According to the Associated Press. This is, I don't know. Part of me is like, fuck around and find out. The other part of me feels really, really bad and sad for the families. Could you imagine, like, if fucking your sister or, like, your parents were like, oh, we're going on a submarine, and you're like, okay, whatever, like, yeah, my rich dad's, like, going on a submarine.
I would literally,
LOL,
like, beg
like,
my
whatever.
family to not go. Like, I would go crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like to rich people, shit like that's probably way more normalized. I was trying to burp slightly.
They seem like, yeah, I don't know, I guess.
But when you don't have to work, you just got to think of shit to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that same guy, Pogue, the CBS journalist who went last year, they got lost for 2.5 hours because they lost connection last year.
But 2.5 hours?
I know.
Yeah.
But so this has already happened.
Oh, it's on the Titan.
This had already happened on the Titan where they lost connection a year ago.
They regained it back.
And they regained it back after 2.5 hours, but they were lost. And they had no communication between the larger surface ship. And the submersible briefly broke down. And so that's why they lost connection. So you're telling me that happened and they won again?
Give them a benefit doubt. They
might have. They probably figured out what happened and were like, okay, this can't happen again. But I'm like, can they like tie a string? Like, I'm not even being funny, but like tie a little long string
chain
or like a chain. Yeah.
Honestly,
from the Titan to the ship on top. So at least you kind of have a direction. But once you get down that deep, won't it pull out whatever's up? Like, won't it pull you in? And then you're on the boat on top, and then next thing you know,
whatever's holding it up has to just be heavier.
But, like, if you're that deep, won't the depths of the ocean pull you down? What if a mermaid starts pulling you? I believe in mermaids. I do.
I don't know.
Well, then, okay, so who are all the other people? Because they've had other people go to the Titanic, right? Like, multiple times.
Yeah. I know one.
So how did they go down?
Well, I think a few times they had robots.
Oh.
Like, they've had people, but they also had robots go down because it's easier. Which I would, I think that's so much better. But
I want to see exactly when the Titan went missing.
Yeah, because is it the 16th or the 18th?
Okay. Where the hell? I feel like somebody's going to watch this and be like, oh, 18th.
So it's been 2 days.
2 whole days. Damn. That's fucked up.
That is terrifying.
Well, that's all for that. I mean,
hopefully they're found.
What can I say?
Yeah.
I hope they're found.
We'll give you an update on the next episode.
I'll give you an update. Prayers go out to the families.
Yeah.
Because that's fucked up. I would be freaking out.
I
would be freaking out if my family was in there.
Imagine you in there.
Oh, if I was in there too, I would be freaking, oh my God. I would literally, I would first of all start an argument with everyone in there. Like, I don't know how, but I would. Jonah's probably like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like, so scary. But anyway, I guess that's it for today.
Yep.
I'll give you an update next time. But, thanks for coming and checking in. Thank you, Diliet, for being a guest, as always. Diliet's opinion matters to me most in life. And I love you so much.
I love you too.
And I can't wait to get married. And
let's party.
Just coming.
I can't wait to plan a crazy bachelorette party.
Dude, okay, wait. Can I tell you? I saw this TikTok that said that 70% of people are unfaithful at their bachelorette and bachelor parties.
I'll just have an innocent mind because I'm like, no way. I'm like,
well, no, I knew that was a thing, but like,
yes, I feel like it's more in men.
Oh my God. No, totally. I'll send my fucking all of my brothers and my dad with Jonah on his fucking bachelor party.
Going better.
You're gonna have a magic night.
Just kidding. Honestly, me and Jonah are so attached to the hip that our fucking parties will probably be together. Like, we'll probably be like, okay, like.
No, you won't.
We miss each
other.
other.
One night where you're like, okay,
I need one night.
Is the day.
Right. No, yeah, the night before our wedding, we won't see each other. Or we won't sleep together.
I think or is it the day before?
Yeah, I feel like he would do that. But what if you go missing and die? Okay, anyway, sorry.
You said a backpacking
Thank
trip?
you so much.
Yeah, you can just go locally here to our local park and backpack there.
I think your backpack to the park. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well,
don't stop them, but just, we'll keep it
steer
restricted.
him in the right direction.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, if they don't fucking find these people in this goddamn submarine, I'm never going to be able to fucking do shit.
Yeah.
This is going to be
I don't want it to be one of those things where it's like, we'll never know.
Yeah. No, I
hate that.
That's fucked up. Yeah, no. Absolutely not.
I think, and their families would hate that, so it's just not good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Love ya. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Thanks for listening to That's the Whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I truly appreciate it. I wish that I had more information to give. I didn't really plan on talking about this the whole episode, but it's interesting that this can happen. I didn't really realize people were like up in submarines like that. So, yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Have a great day. Call your mom. Tell her you love her, unless she's a bitch. And yeah, see you later.
See ya.
That's the fucking whiskey. Goodbye.
Peace.